Hey y'all, it's Lindsay and it's Thursday night, and I just got home from a business builders class that my upline leader, Erica, was teaching, and it was just such a great class, so much awesome information. I've been in a little bit of a rut with my business lately, and it was exactly what I needed to get a jump start and get refocused and get back on excuse me, back on track with what I want to be doing with my Young Living business. So the first thing that we talked about was finding our why. And some of you may have heard of this, and if not, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It just means figure out why you use these oils, why, if you are building a business, why you're doing that, what your motivation is behind it. Because if you lose track of your why, then inevitably you're going to lose track of why you're trying to build this business and what you initially started for. I think part of my why when I first started was basically I wanted to be financially free and be able to quit my job and be my own boss. And that has changed a little bit now that I've talked it out with the other members of the Business Builders group that were at the class tonight. And one key thing was to take what may be a really broad why and get specific with it, break it down, keep asking questions to figure out and pinpoint your true why. So, an example from a video we watched in class was maybe you are trying to build your Young Living business. So, like me, you could be financially free or debt free, either way. And the video said, well, if you were debt free, what would you be doing? What would be different with your life? And so then it turned into, well, if I was debt free, I would travel more. Well, where would you go? Oh, I would go to Europe. Well, who would you go with? Well, I would like to take my mom because this is hypothetical, but from the video, I'd like to take my mom because her grandparents were from, I don't know, France, and she's never been, and it would just be really great for her to be able to see where her family came from. So it just kept breaking it down, and it just got more and more specific and kind of puts that emotional reason behind your why rather than just something more tangible. So we were tasked with writing down 25 things that we would, it's basically like a dreaming session. If you were successful in this business, what would it look like for you to achieve the goal that you've set for yourself? And so it's good to focus on the mission statement of Young Living, which is to provide wellness, purpose, and abundance, and break your why into the three categories so that you'll have part of your drive will be behind wellness, part of it will be for purpose, part of it will be for abundance. So if money is driving me, that's abundance. And if my passion is to help others and help them reach their wellness goals, those could be purpose and also wellness. So I only came up with 15 things in class that will happen when I achieve my business building goal. And some of you have probably heard me say these before. Some of them are going to be new to most of you. But I just thought I would share them with you in case it would help you focus. Maybe you're not even trying to build a Young Living business, but just to get more focused in your life and know what you're really striving for and the goals that you want to reach. So my first goal was to quit my desk job. I want to have a baby, whether that be hell freezing over and I get married and have one naturally, or I go to the sperm bank and pick somebody out of a book, or I adopt. But one way or another, that's a goal that I have. I would like to be able to volunteer at least 30 hours per week. So I can't do that right now. I'm not working crazy hours like I do. There's just no consistency for me to be able to fit that in. So that's one of my goals. Another goal would be to start a nonprofit business. If I do end up having a baby or adopting a child, I'd like to be able to put that child in private school. It takes money for that. I would like to be able to give money to my parents so that they are not relying on Social Security. I'd like to travel with my mom because she's always wanted to go so many places but has never been able to for one reason or another. So I'd like to do that for her. I would like to be able to donate more freely to a variety of causes that are near to my heart. One of my biggest pet peeves living in a city is that there's no natural area left. Everywhere you look, there's new buildings, there's new houses, there's new businesses everywhere, and there's nowhere for natural life and animals. And so I would like to be able to buy up a lot of that uncleared land and not put any buildings on it and just let it stay natural, and it can be in the middle of the city for all I care. I'm just tired of the concrete jungle, I guess. I would love to remodel old buildings because there are so many empty buildings in Raleigh. So I know they're all over the country and they're just sitting there and falling apart. And I see no reason that with the homeless problem we have, those buildings couldn't be remodeled and used as homeless shelters. That seems like such a simple solution to me. And it always baffles me why we don't do that. So that's something I would like to do. I'd like to get the carpets cleaned in my house. So clearly that's a short-term goal, but they definitely could use it. Maybe even get hardwoods. I'd like to spend more time with my dog and take her to do things outdoors, go on walks or on hikes, and get her out of the house. She's in her golden years, I guess you could say, and I want to savor every second of that. I would like to concentrate on my fitness. Probably not join a gym, but I would love to be able to afford a personal trainer. That's a huge goal of mine. And along with that, I'd like to lose some weight, just become more healthy overall. And that's a good goal to have when you're using something like essential oils. I'd like to be able to give ad hoc gifts or little things to brighten people's day, like pay for the food for the next person in line or randomly send flowers to somebody, or just to have that extra cushion of cash that you could just pay it forward, I guess. I love hearing stories about that, and I would love to be able to do that on a more regular basis. So these are some of the goals that I hope to achieve with this business. If you are interested in building a business, the class that I attended tonight will probably be taught again at some point. I know that Erica has plans to teach it online for our long distance oily family. So get in touch with me if it's something you're interested in. It's a really great class and it's a really good way to get focused. And I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.